Most recently, Young Miami has addressed some of the problems that Diddy has been experiencing through the live stream that she produces on Instagram. There are a number of serious issues that Diddy is currently facing, notably as a result of the raids that were conducted on his houses in both Miami and Los Angeles. According to a spokeswoman for the Department of Homeland Security, Diddy is having a difficult time financially. Hi there and welcome back to Rumor Spill. He is unable to pay for Kay's Video Music Awards or prevent her from being incarcerated. This is primarily due to the fact that she is his major transporter of a one-of-a-kind pink Coca-Cola product. Fans have begun to guess about the identities of two male superstars, Usher and Meek Mill, who may be involved in the scandalous affair that Diddy claimed during a lawsuit that Lil Rod filed against him in February. The complaint was filed against Diddy. The accusation that Diddy engaged in inappropriate behavior with a juvenile is one of the many charges that Rod has made, and it is one of the most alarming examples. In response to this allegation, a comprehensive investigation has been launched, which includes the participation of law enforcement agencies from New York, Miami, and Los Angeles, as well as municipal authorities. Because of her role as one of Diddy's transporters, Ka is a significant person in this complicated affair, and she may be subject to legal repercussions as a result of her involvement. Lil Rod's lawsuit brought to light another individual, Keisha, who received notoriety after allegations appeared that she, and possibly a cousin or assistant of Miami, made disparaging things about him, alleging that they spent Thanksgiving 2022 with Diddy. Keisha garnered recognition as a result of these allegations against her. Keisha and her relatives chased Lil Rod after he narrated an event in which he attempted to separate himself from unwelcome advances in a lavatory. This caused the situation to become more intense. Since then, Lil Rod has expanded the scope of his case to include further details on Diddy's alleged consumption of tui, which is a concoction consisting of pink food coloring, strawberry flavoring, ketamine, caffeine, and MDMA. A witness report from Rod, who argues that he witnessed questionable behavior involving Miss Kong's and Kay's Rico enterprise in a dressing room, is one of the claims that is particularly illuminating in the complaint. Brandon, who was supposed to handle the TUI but forgot about it, was arrested at Miami's Opaka Executive Airport as a result of this. This has further implicated another individual who was brought to justice. It was not surprising that Brandon was arrested alongside Diddy when he was being held in custody because he was mentioned multiple times in the lawsuit. In accordance with the documents filed with the court, Brandon was taken into custody for the possession of rocks and controlled substances. He was subsequently freed on bail of $20,500. There is a pattern of assistance in the acquisition, transportation, and distribution of illegal narcotics, which is occasionally organized by Young Miami for Diddy's operations. His repeated collaborations with Ka show that this pattern is occurring rather frequently. Young Miami has been loud in her defense, with the goal of encouraging people to look past the charges and highlighting her dedication to enjoying her life to the fullest despite the controversy that has surrounded her. The arrest of Diddy's aides led to a spectacle at the Miami Opaka Executive Airport, where he was spotted impatiently waiting outside of a customs office. It is interesting to note that Diddy's background offers a picture of a life that was formerly full of charm. However, his life took a dramatic turn when his assistants were arrested. Lil Rod's comments in court filings, which indicate that Keisha was not only involved in questionable acts, but was also monetarily reimbursed by Diddy, have added another layer of complexity to the situation. This complex web of financial entanglements extends to other relationships, such as the one with Jade Rai Joy, who is pregnant with 50 Cent's child and was allegedly receiving payments from Diddy at the same time. Despite the fact that these events are occurring, Young Miami has remained notably silent regarding the direct claims that have been leveled against her or the lawsuits that include Diddy. However, she did tweet in a cryptic manner about having an eventful summer after the raids on Diddy's properties. This tweet came after another unusual response to a question about her whereabouts, which simply stated, "Right here." She made the statement.
The narrative that surrounds Kesha and her financial transactions with Diddy continues to develop, revealing more about the complexities of their relationship, particularly after Diddy dramatically lowered the amount of money that Kesha received each month with her allowance. This modification occurred at the same time as Jaguar Wright made allegations that Miami contained material that may be considered incriminating regarding Diddy.
This could be an explanation for why a lower sum was not adequate for her to continue with the agreement. The story of Diddy and his accomplices, which is intertwined with charges of criminal operations and complicated personal relationships, is still unfolding, and it is portraying a confusing picture of the difficulties they are confronted with. A lot of people, including fans and observers, are left wondering about the consequences of these revelations and how they will affect the lives and careers of individuals who were involved. Given that Diddy's financial situation is obviously in a state of disarray, it is quite implausible that he is in a position to go out of his way to provide extravagant presents or to come to the aid of another individual at this time. It would appear that the majority of his attention is being directed toward resolving the financial issues that he is now managing. Not only has Diddy had to deal with a large number of lawsuits and pay off his debts, but he has also experienced substantial failures in his commercial endeavors and sponsorships, which have further depleted his resources. It would appear that the amount of $500,000, despite the fact that it was increased, was still insufficient to meet the dangers that were associated with the duties that he assigned, particularly with the scant support that Diddy provided. The majority of the time, Miami's relationship with him is driven by financial incentives, which are reinforced by the monetary assistance she gets from Diddy. On the other hand, given that Diddy is now experiencing financial difficulties, he does not place a high value on maintaining a luxury lifestyle for his acquaintances. Diddy made a significant contribution to Miami's business endeavors, assisting her in the establishment of new businesses despite the difficulties that she faced. Because of his position as chairman of the network, he was able to get space on Revolt TV for her show, which allowed her to take advantage of his influence. However, Diddy's attention has been diverted by the multiple legal fights and the ongoing barrage of obstacles, which has resulted in him having very little time to devote to his personal connections, particularly his relationship with Kira. However, it is intriguing to note that there is still a possibility that Diddy and Carr will be able to avoid the continuing conflict. It is possible that federal authorities are pursuing a more significant target, as demonstrated by the fact that Diddy has not been captured despite the existence of substantial evidence against him. The attention has instead been directed toward other individuals who are involved in the case. Speculation has been sparked as a result of the ongoing raids, particularly in light of public statements made by celebrities such as Suge Knight regarding Clive Davis and Jeffrey Epstein. The raid, according to the hypothesis of some people, was carried out with the intention of deleting evidence that could have implicated other influential individuals. Candace Owens, a former controversial figure, is one of the individuals who have expressed their opinions, calling into doubt Diddy's endurance in the face of such challenging circumstances. According to her, The fact that Homeland Security was involved in the raid on Diddy's apartment indicates that he has been through a difficult journey. Similar opinions have been expressed on social media by public figures such as R. Kelly and Bill Cosby, who have expressed their uncertainty regarding Diddy's capacity to deal with the continued stress. An indication of Owens's concern that Diddy may be unable to cope with the impending circumstances is that he has requested that people pray for him. In addition, the community and Diddy's supporters have expressed their opinions, with responses ranging from support to fury about the situation. While one fan expressed disillusionment and questioned the value of acquiring worldly things at the expense of one's soul, another fan bemoaned the moral degradation that is obvious in society's acceptance of behaviors that are morally unacceptable. A wider discourse in society may have been sparked as a result of the controversies that have surrounded Diddy, as indicated by the outrage and response from the public. While these conversations are taking place, the fact that a fan is hoping that the lawsuit that involves Little Rod will result in justice serves as a sharp reminder of the potential ethical and legal implications that are waiting for those who are involved in the tragedy. Subscribe Rumor Spill for more videos.